Such big machines must be scary for a little boy.
Hey, it's you again. I love you, my friend. This is my favorite game. Do you want to see? Watch how I started. You touch it right here, then the big lion comes.
Big lion.
Not a scary lion. It's so loud. I can roar just like him. Yeah, hear me roar? Why? Don't be afraid. You might want to cover your ears. Here comes the animals. Pterosaurs is my favorite.
He's riding a dog. It's a giraffe. It's a little pony. Was that a lion or the tiger? Oh, time to ride the giraffe. That's so badass. It even does 360s. Alright, horsey time. Waking up.
This terrible routine. Watching you, waiting for you to wake, hoping you will never remember these days of illness and treatment. One day, I'll bring you here, show you your tiny handprints on the wall, and you'll be annoyed that we all think of you as some big miracle. Cancer will be such a small part of all you could grow to be. You will tire of hearing about it. You won't want to see the cards and notes I saved. And I won't mind at all. I'll hold the memories of this hard day. You just leave it behind.
JB, Rebecca, his handprints, Katie. Are those his? What are those? His feet? Aneska, Aiden, Cooper. Elsie, we love you dearly and miss you daily. See you soon. But have no fear, a story's just begun. There are cards here too, right? There's one over here. Oh my god, Matthijs Douwe. 12th of March 1998. And then he died at the age of 10. Oh my god, that's so sad. Hugs to all of my UIHC kids and family. Greg Rice. To my hero, Henry M. Bradley Seward. What? He died at the age of 4. Oh my god. Miss you always. Holy crap, there's so many. To everyone who's ever died of cancer, especially my father and grandmother, rest in peace, Hank and Marcia, and the rest of you beautiful, beautiful people. I hope that whatever's come of you, you are presently better off than you were at the end of your life. We miss you. I mean, that's the thing about an illness like cancer, right? It has affected most, if not almost every single person in their life. Like you must know at least one person that sort of must have had cancer or actually died from cancer. So it's something that's really personal to most people. Jason Javier Sanchez, forever in our hearts. 18 he was. There's so many. Oh my god. That hits me so hard. Don't let speed bumps become the mountains they try to be. MD. Even this room is filled with them. Holy crap. In time, we grow. Oh my god. The father cried out, I believe, help my unbelief. TIS 2009 1206. Mom, Dad, Red Bird, Purple Flower. In love and admiration of Joe Nebaker, you rock. There's all of these. It just shows how many people. Oh my god. Fly me to the moon. The long journey is never walked alone. Zadie Ben, we miss and love you. Look forward to seeing you in heaven, Dashin. Oh my god. This is so touching. I'm sorry, guys. It's not good. The pig?
Farmer Bill makes the pigs bacon for breakfast.
What, Farmer Bill? Farmer Bill is almost as bad as me.
Farmer Bill plays fetch with the pigs.
Again?
Farmer Bill enjoys a mud bath with the pigs.
As strange as it may be, it actually sort of, you know, feels satisfying to make him laugh. The donkey.
The horse can type 70
A
words
horse. What about the duck?
When the ducks work together, they can fly Farmer Bill to town.
That's team effort.
The cows and the horses get together for cards at night.
They played blackjack together. Right.
Farmer Bill owns the cattle on 1,000 hills.
The sun's almost gone.
Farmer Bill separates the sheep from the goats. Sheep go to heaven. Goats go to
Hell? Town.
I'm sorry, guys. It's not good.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, guys. It's not good.
No. Size matters. If I know how big it is, I can face it. I can size it up.
And it's quite small at this point, but unfortunately the size isn't terribly important. Any recurrence means the chemotherapy has failed. This is a tragedy.
Wow.
I guess I have imagined it.
With an ATRT,
I've
since
imagined
you
it
have
a
recurrence of
lot,
any
but not
kind,
like this.
it is fatal.
It's different.
It's only
I
a
thought
matter
I
of
would
time
sob
before it spreads to
uncontrollably
several locations.
or puke just right on the floor.
We've already thrown all the
I
chemotherapy
thought I'd
we
shake
have
or
on.
wail or
We
something.
can't continue to give him chemotherapy.
Guess
that we
this
know
is
is resistant
shock.
to.
Tragedy, he said. That's right. That's the perfect word for this. It's a tragedy. I wonder if he says that every time. He's crying a little. I love him for that. He's not callous, he's genuinely sad. She is too.
So there just aren't any treatment options that are curative.
Oh my god. Really?
We're very good at end-of-life care. We're very good at managing the pain and masking symptoms at the end of life.
How long are we talking about?
Prediction time again. No matter what I say, they'll wish it was longer. But sometimes longer is worse. A few weeks to maybe 4 months.
Wow. I mean, that's gotta be so tough to hear that news, right? I can't even imagine.
Is Nick crying?
How long are we talking about?
How am I gonna hold it together now?
A few weeks to maybe 4 months.
I mean, that's another thing, to actually see how much these sort of, I'm guessing they're his doctors, how much they actually care, you know? Damn.
Science, it's simpler, measurable. I give A, I give B, and I subtract C, and I get this result, and I can do something to control it. Or at least have the sense that I'm controlling it. But now all we have left is a miracle. And miracles are fickle. They don't always come, and we don't always know why. What if Joel's miracle doesn't come? I hope he lives. I've always hoped. But now I can't do anything but hope. Oh, radiation. At least we can do something. Hope doesn't require signing papers or driving to hospitals or holding Joel in my lap. Hope is for something someone else has to do for us. And when doctors can't, well, invisible Jesus must.
We're so sorry.
Oh, God, I do not want a replacement baby. If that was your plan, I am not on board. I don't want some new baby to help me move on. I would not have chosen it. Oh, God. Joel has to live, or I will not love this baby.
You're welcome. Sorry, guys. It's not good.
They've always been clear! Joel's got a recurrence of the tumor. Where is it? How big is it? Well, it's in the frontal and it's quite small at this point. But unfortunately, the size isn't terribly important. Any recurrence means the chemotherapy is failed. This is a tragedy. With an HCRT, as soon as you have a recurrence of 8 times, it is fatal. It is only a matter of time before it spreads to several locations. We have already thrown all the chemotherapy we have at it. We can't continue to use chemotherapy when we know what we're doing. So there just aren't any treatment options that are curative.
How long are we talking about?
A few weeks to maybe 4 months. We've given you a lot to think about already today. But we're going to have you come back.
Joel. Adrift. that plea from like the father to basically hope, because it's so hard to just give up, right? It's practically impossible, I imagine. And so then hear that the doctors actually can't do anything to save him, you try to grasp at whatever you possibly can that would, even if there's 0.1% chance, you still want to believe, right? You still want to hope.
I have so many things stirring around in my spirit that I have to write to settle myself and find God's wisdom in the midst of chaos. I'm scared I won't be strong enough to face the things we might have to face in the coming weeks and months. But then I remember how much grace God gave us to walk out everything we've already faced. I've never felt completely overwhelmed, and I've never felt alone. So no matter what comes next, and I truly cannot even begin to guess how this will go, I know we will be carried. I want to shout out, look what God is about to do. Watch how he delivers Joel. And at the same time, I want to roll up in a silent ball and wait it out with fear and trembling, so aware of all my doubt, but yet convinced that my doubt is insignificant compared to God's faithfulness. We've been through so much already. This is a new degree of tragedy, but it's not so much different from the struggle we've already been living. We pressed into God. We pressed into faith. We fought until we found peace. We stood in peace when our flesh wanted to strive more. We stood in peace when it started to feel like laziness or foolishness or both. We waited for God to direct us specifically in prayer, because all the directions we had initiated had not panned out. We prayed for no nausea, because that's what we felt in our spirits we were supposed to pray, even though we'd prayed it countless times before while Joel continued to vomit. We saw one small miracle, and then another. We waited to pray specific things until we were given specific direction, and we saw bigger miracles. And yet, if you asked either of us if we were doing enough, trying hard enough, we would say no.
Dear Eli, I feel nothing but pride for the way you battled cancer. I remember the way you learned to ride your tricycle down the hospital hallway instead of down the sidewalk like other 3-year-olds. It was hard for me to pray to God, "Thy will be done," when I really just wanted so desperately for him to heal you. In the 4.5 years that you dealt with harsh treatments, only once did you ask why God let you get cancer. I hope he has been able to explain the why to you, as I have always believed that he knew how strong you were and wanted to use you and your situation to positively impact so many lives. I remember how you never let me go to bed without telling me that you loved me, and how those were your very last words to me. You taught me what was truly important in life, son. Still now, years after you left Earth, people are impacted by your life and the lessons you taught us. Thousands of people from around the world read your blog and still feel such a strong connection to you, even though they never met you in person.
So, how long will we be in California?
I don't actually know. That's kind of why we're packing up everything, is because if the trial works really well, then maybe we'll stay in California for a really long time. Like, as long as it keeps helping Joel, then we want to stay and do the best we can for him and stay there where he's getting help.
But if the medicine starts to not work, as soon as it's not helping him, I promise we'll come back home.
Are we going to Disneyland?
Yeah, of course. What do you think, Caleb? You okay with leaving for so long?
I'm kind of excited, but I'm kind of not. I mean, I think it'll be fun, but I just don't like missing school.
Oh, yeah?
You're the only 8-year-old to ever. That's amazing.
I hate to miss school, huh? But, like, why?
Well, I just hate having all that homework that I have to do.
Oh, you hate catching up from missing school.
Your teachers are going to send me homework, and we'll just try to do a little bit of it every day, so it won't be that bad, but there'll still be fun stuff we can
How
do.
many kids get to go on winter to California in the middle school year? That's pretty cool. And we're going to be staying in the middle of San Francisco near Golden Gate Park, and there's a museum, and there's a botanic garden, and there's the Golden Gate Bridge, and water, and a prison, and I promise not to leave you in the prison.
Alcatraz.
Hopefully we can get out of that. Cool. Anyway, so we're gonna have lots of fun, and we're gonna spend lots of time as a family together, and lots of time with Joel too. You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of a sad trip, even though it's fun. Yay.
Yeah, yay, and sad. It's kind of all of those things, huh? Is it all the things, Caleb?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to see Joel, you know, like needing so much help.
I remember the day I was diagnosed. I remember the hallucinations from the high fever of 5-year-old's nightmares. I remember my mother silently weeping in the doctor's office. I remember friends and family gathered around my hospital bed in prayer. I remember the 2-hour ambulance ride to St. Jude where they could better care for me. I remember the 2.5 years of weekly chemo treatments, the numerous lumbar punctures and bone marrow aspirates. I remember Doctors Bell, Dahl, and Kalwinsky, nurses Jean, Judy, and Dale, Miss Chris in social work, Darlene in travel, all part of the team that cared for me. I am a walking memorial to their successes. I remember the other patients I'd see each time I went to the hospital for chemo. I remember when some stopped coming. I knew what that meant. I remember the years of summer camp for children with cancer, children like me. I remember their laughter and the midnight talks of fears and joys, normal kid stuff. Some less so. I remember when some stopped coming. I knew what that meant. But I remember them. I am, and other survivors are, memorials to those who lost their fights.
That's so beautiful. Like, not everybody loses the fight, you know, the fight against cancer. And to know that those people who actually survive sort of carry on the will or the legacy of those that sadly do not.
As this long day draws to a close, I am tired, but not sleepy. My face is puffy from crying. I have a dry throat and dry hands, a slight headache, and a desire to write down absolutely everything. I want to describe the feeling of being entirely empty and entirely resolute. I want to explore how I can be deeply sad and incredibly hopeful at the same time. I want to talk about holding Joel's hand, walking down the hall wanting to soak in the moment, to memorize the feeling of having his hand and mine, to let it matter, and then hating that my thoughts swing to, because what if I can't hold his hand one day? And hating that thought, wishing I could just appreciate each second of Joel without that appreciation spilling into the pre-mourning I refuse to do because I believe he will live. But instead of fighting the brief thoughts of mourning, choosing to fight instead that lie that says that those thoughts betray some doubt, some mistrust of God when I know that those thoughts make me human, and that God knows I am human. He doesn't make Joel's victory dependent on me never feeling unsure. I won't let myself hold anything back this time. I would rather feel disappointed and let God heal my heart than to feel like I did not push myself as far as I possibly could in faith for my son.
Ugh, her expectation is so maddening sometimes. You know what she wrote on the eve of Joel's first surgery? The one back in January when we first found the tumor? I seriously feel like a kid on Christmas Eve. I'm pleading for God to spare his life, and I'm tempted to despair because self-inspection leads me to conclude I shouldn't expect much of anything. And yet my wife is expecting a surprise party from the Lord, replete with presents, supernatural miracles.